Okay, we are here with Drew Lanham and here in McAllen, and Drew is from Clemson, South Carolina.
Clemson, South Carolina, that's right.
So glad to have you here. Thank you so much.
Glad to be here.
Can you talk to us a little bit about what you do and how you got interested in doing it?
Yeah, I'm a lifelong birder. I've been birding since the second grade, but I'm also a college professor. So I teach people about birds, and I try to teach people about the passion behind loving nature. So that's what I do. I'm very fortunate in being able to do that. And in this place, McAllen in South Texas, it's a mecca for birds and bird diversity. And so we're here to talk about the people who watch birds and trying to increase the diversity of those folks. And so that's why we're here. That's why I'm here and loving it.
And how'd you get interested in birds in the first place?
I wanted to fly, you know. I mean, really, it was. I would see birds fly, and it's what I wanted to do. And so I tried everything. I put on cardboard wings. I jumped off of roofs with umbrellas. I did all that stuff, but I couldn't fly. And so birds were the way to the skies for me. And so I live vicariously through birds. I mean, they have the ultimate freedom to get up and go anywhere, fly anywhere. That's what I want to do. That's what all people want, I think.
Was there a mentor in your life early on?
You know, of course, my mother and my father kind of gave me this freedom to roam about, and a second grade teacher who really encouraged me, a friend who also loved to bird, was critical, Carl Montgomery, and we started kind of competing almost in third grade. And so, you know, there have been people just kind of all along who have encouraged me, supported me, and kind of fueled my passions.
Did you stay up with him? You know what's happened to him?
Yeah, you know, Carl and I kind of lost touch after high school. He is actually, I think, a counselor in California, and I'm not sure he birds anymore, but I'm sure birds still have some influence in his life, and I know that he remembers our times together in birding.
Did you bird all the way through high school too?
Yeah, you know.
Together? I mean,
well,
with him?
not
No?
really. There were times we kind of fell off, you know, and I was still birding, and he wasn't necessarily birding, but it was something for me that's always been at my root.
Yeah.
It's always been at my root. So coming down here and being surrounded by all these kindred spirits who also bird and who are bird-brained, you know, it's a no-brainer being here. So I feel at home, and I feel like I have family, you know, kind of all around me.
What's the best part in your mind about being a birder?
Oh gosh, just being able to follow your passion. You know, it feels. It's an emotional thing. It feels like flying to me. You know, it feels like flying when you're out and away and watching a bird and noticing that bird and how it behaves and its colors and its song. All of that to me, I mean, that's freeing. That's liberating to me. So every time I see that, every time I watch a bird fly and just kind of slow it down and think about what that animal is, what it does, it's miraculous.
So did your interest in birding take you to take certain classes or to study an area that maybe you might not have otherwise?
Yeah, you know, yeah. Well, I was trapped for a while in doing things that other people thought I should do because they didn't see any future in birds or in me studying birds, and so I did other things that I thought other people wanted me to do. But ultimately, you know, I had to grow some wings and fly to my passion, and so I studied zoology for my bachelor's and my master's, and then I studied wildlife for my PhD. And so again, you know, it's kind of like, you know, being able to follow your passion for a living. So yeah, I've taken as much as I could possibly take class-wise, and always wanting to take more, Nancy, because you can always learn more about birds, and as long as I'm learning about them, you know, again, it helps me understand. Like, there's a golden-fronted woodpecker up there, I think. You know, it just helps me move forward in my love for those creatures and other creatures too. They connect me to everything else.
Yeah, I find that a lot when I'm talking to people, that the love of one critter will lead them to everything else.
Always, because I mean, birds are connected to one another. They're connected to the things they eat. They're connected to the things that eat them. They're connected to the habitats they're in. All of those are connections. You know, so that's what it's all about. And they connect people. Birds connect people to one another, and that's why we're all here. We're all connected through birds.
So what words of wisdom do you have for someone, especially someone of color, who wants to get into birding or other kinds of conservation opportunities?
You know, don't be put off by who you don't see participating. You won't see as many people of color participating yet. We're trying to change that. That's why we're here. But understand that everybody, regardless of color, breathes the same air, drinks the same water, lives on the same land. That air, water, and land that we all need, birds also need. So it's, you know, connect.
Super. Anything I didn't ask that you'd like to?
That was great.
Okay. Thank you so much for everything, Drew, for being here and everything.
Well, Nancy, thank you very much, and thank you to the city of McAllen for hosting us here in the Mecca of birding.